Ever wondered why betting on the underdog can be strangely rewarding? Today, we're unlocking the secrets behind a phenomenon that baffles even seasoned bettors: the favorite-longshot bias. Is it a trick of the mind, or is there more to it? Stay with us to the end, and we'll reveal how understanding this phenomenon can give you an unexpected edge in betting. Part 1. Defining the favorite-longshot bias. Let's start with the basics. What is the favorite-longshot bias? In betting markets, it's observed that odds on favorites, the most likely winners, are often less generous compared to longshots, the less likely winners. This means if you bet on a favorite, the potential return is relatively lower than if you bet on a longshot. Historically, this bias has been attributed to bettors' tendencies to overvalue longshots, expecting bigger payouts, and undervalue favorites, which are seen as safer bets. This has been a long-standing puzzle in the betting world. Why do bookmakers consistently set odds this way, and what impacts does it have on betting behavior? Part 2. Introducing a new perspective. In 2022, Dan Abrams, a former poker player turned betting analyst, challenged the traditional understanding of this bias. Abrams proposed that the favorite-longshot bias is not actually a bias in the traditional sense. Instead, he suggested it's a rational, strategic decision by bookmakers, aimed at optimizing their business model. This theory turns the traditional view on its head, suggesting that the odds are not just a response to better behavior but are carefully crafted based on mathematical and economic principles. Part 3. The role of the bookmaker. To understand Abrams' point of view, let's think like a bookmaker. When setting odds, a bookmaker's goal is to ensure profitability while managing risk. If they apply their profit margin equally across different bets, they face uneven risks. Longshots, with their higher payouts, represent a bigger risk compared to favorites. This scenario prompted analysts like Abrams to consider a different approach to margin application, one that accounts for the varying levels of risk associated with different types of bets. Part 4. Adjusting margins for risk management. In managing risks, bookmakers need to adjust their margins, the extra amount they charge on each bet. For favorites, a smaller margin is used, reducing the bookmaker's risk if the favorite wins. For longshots, a larger margin is applied to compensate for the higher risk if the longshot wins. This differential margin application leads to what we see as the favorite-longshot bias. It's a method of risk equalization, ensuring the bookmaker remains profitable regardless of the outcome. Part 5. The concept of maximum expected growth. Abrams' theory is deeply rooted in the concept of maximum expected growth, a principle that suggests bookmakers aim to balance their risk and reward across all bets. This balance is calculated using the Kelly criterion, a formula that helps determine the optimal size of bets to maximize growth while minimizing risk. Abrams argued that for a bookmaker to achieve this balance, the odds must be set in a way that the potential growth from bets on both favorites and longshots is equal. Part 6. Real-world data and analysis. To test Abrams' theory, analysts have turned to real-world betting data. For instance, examining tennis betting data from Pinnacle over several seasons showed that longer odds, associated with longshots, did indeed result in greater losses for bettors, aligning with the theory that bookmakers are applying larger margins to these bets. This data backs up the idea that bookmakers are not just responding to bettor behavior but are actively shaping the odds to manage their risk and growth. Part 7. Rethinking the bias. If Abrams' theory is accurate, then what we've known as the favorite-longshot bias may not be a bias at all. It could be seen as a rational and strategic decision by bookmakers, guided by principles of probability and risk management. This understanding could reshape how we view betting markets and the strategies of both bookmakers and bettors. Part 8. Conclusion and implications. This new understanding of the favorite-longshot bias opens up fascinating possibilities. It suggests that the odds in betting markets are more than just a reflection of public opinion. They are the result of sophisticated calculations and risk management strategies by bookmakers. This has significant implications for bettors, analysts, and anyone interested in the dynamics of betting markets. Part 9. Utilizing the favorite-longshot bias for an edge in betting. Understanding the favorite-longshot bias not only enlightens us about how odds are set but also opens up strategies for smarter betting. Selective betting on longshots. Since longshots often have inflated odds, there's potential value in carefully picking longshots that have a realistic chance of winning, more so than the odds suggest. Critical analysis of favorites. Be cautious with favorites. Their odds are generally less favorable, so ensure their chances of winning justify the lower odds. Identifying true odds and value bets. The favorite-longshot bias makes it easier to calculate the true odds of bets. By comparing these with odds from other bookmakers that do not apply the Favourite-Longshot bias, we can easier spot value bets. We will make a detailed about this method soon, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. Outro. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the complexities of the Favourite-Longshot bias. If you found this discussion enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content on sports betting. And remember, always bet responsibly.